Hola y bienvenidos a Spring Spanish. Ya conocen mi nombre, you already know my name, I am Teacher Juan. And in this video, we're answering the question, how long does it take to learn Spanish? ¿Cuánto se toma para aprender español? This is not an easy question to answer, and we'll discuss some of the factors that will influence your learning speed. But make sure to stay until the end of the video because we'll give you a time estimate based on the students in our Spring Spanish Academy. Acompáñenme. First, let's dive into the factors that influence the time it takes to learn Spanish. Espérate un momento. Wait a minute. Did you know we publish 5 free weekly Spanish lessons on our YouTube channel? And if you watch them all and implement the method we're using to teach you Spanish, you'll drastically reduce the time needed to learn Spanish? No? Then go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification button to get them. Come on. Definition of knowing Spanish. Parece pregunta capciosa. Seems like a tricky question, but the first thing you should consider is what's your main goal? Being fluent while making mistakes here and there? Being fluent without making any mistakes? Speaking flawlessly Spanish like a native? Or even better? Well, the higher the goal, the longer it will take you. Having a clear goal in mind will help you understand how much time it will take you to get there. How much time you spend learning Spanish. This relates directly to how much Spanish you learn. Is it 5 hours daily or a 45-minute weekly lesson? How much Spanish you learn will directly reflect on how much time it takes you to make real progress. Keep watching because later on I'll give you some suggestions on how to make the most of the time you invest. Buen trato, ¿no? Good deal, isn't it? ¿Cuál es tu idioma nativo? What's your native language? Spanish shares some common ground with other languages and that might be very useful for you. Si hablas portugués, te tomará poco tiempo aprender español. If you speak Portuguese, it will take you little time to learn Spanish. Same with Italian. Even English is closer to Spanish than you might think. So it won't take you as much as a native speaker of Turkish or Chinese, starting off with Spanish as their first foreign language. ¿Qué método utilizas para aprender español? Which method are you using to learn Spanish? What strategy are you using in your learning process? Are you studying grammar and words list? Then sit comfortable because it's going to take you a while to really progress this way. Are you taking our advice and using chunking to learn? Much faster then. Like linguist Dr. Gianfranco Conti says here, it could cut the time necessary to learn a language in half. The method you use directly influences how fast you start speaking Spanish fluent, which is muy importante, very important. After all, you'll learn to play football much faster if you're out there on the field, in contrast to studying football theory on the bench, right? More about chunking in a second. How skilled are you as a language learner? Supongamos que eres músico. Let's suppose you're a musician. Learning to play a second instrument will be much easier and it will take you less time than the first instrument you had to learn to play. Lo mismo aplica con los idiomas. The same thing applies to languages. Learning languages is a skill, so the more languages you have learned, the better you will be at it. It'll take you longer if it's your first language. So, as you can see, there are different factors that you must understand to have an estimate of how much it will take you. Pero entonces, ¿qué necesitas para aprender español? But then, what do you need to learn Spanish? Well, apart from being motivated and being consistent and disciplined, here are the 2 factors that have the biggest impact on how fast you learn. How you set up your routine. This means how are you managing the time you dedicate to learning a language? To make the most of your routine, you need a plan, you need structure, you need exposure, you need focused study sessions, you need, wait a minute, that's exactly what we do at Spring Spanish. No brainer there on what's the most efficient way. So, if you're still not subscribed to our channel and you're missing out our 5 weekly Spanish lessons, go ahead and click the subscribe button. What you're doing with your time. The better your learning method is, the more effective your study time will be. 1 hour spent effectively learning chunks can give you more results than 10 hours just dabbling. So make sure the method you choose is the best for you. Now, remember I told you I will give you some suggestions to make the most of your time? Well, here it is. Presta atención, pay attention. First one, do 30 minutes of focused study time. Do so at least 5 times a week, ideally with conversation-based chunking. By watching our videos, learning the chunks by heart, and interacting with us in the comments, in Spanish, of course. This way you'll get plenty of focused study time daily. Second one, expose yourself to Spanish as much as you can. That is, start immersing yourself in any Spanish-speaking culture you like. Watch movies, read books, listen to music, and even try the food and learn the names. This is a great way to keep learning without feeling you're taking more Spanish lessons. So, as I said at the beginning of this video, we do have an estimated projection on how long it takes to learn Spanish with the conversation-based chunking method. Based on the courses we run in our academy and the average time students spend on it, the number is, drumroll, 504 horas de estudio, 504 hours of study to get real fluency.
And the truth shall set you free!
This is 168 hours of focused studying, and the rest is just fun activities in Spanish to gain exposure. That is round about half a year, if you dedicate about 1 hour of focused study time per day. Would you like to know the specific steps we take with our students to achieve that, and what they're doing exactly during their focused study time and exposure time? Then click the link in the description to sign up for a free Spanish training on our website, where you'll discover more about chunking and how we use it in our Spring Spanish Academy to teach students to speak fluent Spanish. You also get some free samples of Spanish lessons there that come straight from our academy. If you're interested, just click the link in the description to sign up. Adios! Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and share this video with your friends.